Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the Tailorette, a historical costumer and creative sewist, and today I am finishing the neckline of this bodice that I started, and I added the cording. You can see the video that I did on how I added and made my own cording for the neckline in the link below. Today I'm focusing on how to add the ruffles behind the cording as well. So for this next step, you're going to want to use a cotton voile. This is lighter weight, so it's not super chunky when you gather it. So I will take this ruler, line it up at the bottom, clean off the edge, like that. Take the 2 1/4, like that. I'm gonna cut it at 2 1/4 because I want it to be sticking up about 1/2 inch. I'm gonna cut 2 of these. And I'm sewing the strips together. Literally take both ends of the strips and sew them together. And I'm going to press that seam open and take the strip long ways, and I'm going to fold it over, fold it in half and press it all the way down. And back to the machine, and I'm going to do my gathering stitches, 1 1/4 inch from the edge and 1 1/2 inch from the edge. So I'm going to do the largest stitch on my machine. Doing 1 1/2 inch from the edge now. So I'll take the bodice, where the cording, alright, so I'm taking this strip here of ruffles and I'm pulling the string and just gathering it. So I gathered all of the gathers, and this next part I'm going to press the gathers. So basically what I do is I make it nice and flat. Make sure it's straight. Ruffles are very spontaneous looking, but there is also an organized look that you want to go for as well, not just arbitrarily gathered. There's a certain rhythm to it. And don't go like this, just go down and press and down and press, like that. And then slide it and do the next section. There we have our pressed ruffles there. And I'm going to take the neckline and basically pin this to the edge. Take the raw edge to raw edge. Kind of like that, sort of. And pin it in place and do that all the way around the edge of the neckline. And you can apply this to a neckline without the cording. It's the same thing, just the cording isn't there. All pinned up, and now we're ready to stitch it at the machine. When you do this next part, you're going to want your cording foot on here. If you are not using cording underneath, just use a regular foot and stitch at 5/8. I'm going to put my cording foot on and stitch at 5/8. We have our gathers sewn in the neckline, and now I'm going to cut some more strips on the bias because this is part of finishing off the neckline on the inside so it looks nice and neat. So I'll cut, and this one I'll cut at 2 inches. I'll show you why in a minute. So this next part, you're going to want to trim this down just a little bit, like 1/4 inch, all the way around the neck edge. And then this part, we will line up the edge, maybe trim this off, fold it over about 1/4 inch like that, and put it on there. And we're gonna, whoops, okay, you're gonna butt up the edge of your foot, like I mentioned before. If you have a cording foot or you did cording, you're gonna do this. If you do not have cording, just use a regular foot, and I'm going to stitch 3/8 of an inch away from the edge because we just cut off 1/4 inch. Right toward the end, fold that under like we did on the other side. So we stitched it down, and we're literally going to flip it out, flip all of this over here like this, and you're going to have your ruffles sticking out. Flip it all over. This folded under. And I'm literally going to just fold this under like this. Pin it down. And I'm gonna hand stitch that down all the way around. And then literally hand stitch all the way around this edge here, closing it off. You're basically just grabbing the lining and this right here. So making sure you don't go all the way through, just the lining and this tape here. Okay, so here is the finished project around the neckline. It just looks like it's peeking up behind the cording rather than coming out straight from the neckline. It just gives it a little bit more of a dimension. So I ended up doing the hand stitching last night, and so I'm filming this morning. It's completely finished, so I'm excited it's all done. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Hit that subscribe button and like this video, and I will see you next time.